welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I got some glee in my energetic field today. I'm pretty happy. It's just a nice day, you know? I don't feel so alone. Now so many other people are staying home and having to experience what it feels like. It's not easy, especially when you're meant to be out in the world. You know, we're supposed to be, human beings are supposed to be with other human beings. We're supposed to touch and feel, and it ain't all about chasing sensations, but it's about connection. I use this tube to try to connect with people. I like my shirt. Came up with it when I was about 9 years old. It says straight people like rainbows too, because they do. I knew my whole life I always liked girls, and I knew I was a girl, and I knew that there was a percentage of the population that was just not okay with that, and I kept it quiet till I was 18, 1992. And it's like, what, you know, I never really lived like what other people thought of me was any of my business. And then later in life, you know, I come across people who taught me that more. What people think about you doesn't have anything to do with you. Doesn't matter how you act. Doesn't matter if you just constantly do stuff for them, you know, to be friendly. You know, a lot of times people just look at you as a doormat, don't respect you, and are just going to keep using you to get stuff out of you. But when you need them, they're not going to be there. I've been people's foul-weathered friend for a long time because I've had so many negative experiences that I've had to look on the bright side of just to maintain sanity. You know, people are figuring that out, man. Everybody needs a tribe. Everybody does. I've been looking for my tribe my whole life. My family didn't like me. I mean, it wasn't a matter of liking. They just didn't understand me. When you're part of a collective group that is supposed to be the ones that understand you and nourish you and kind of set you up, you know, for a more difficult, rockier road down the road if you're seeking out just a joyful life, you know. That's all people want to do is be happy. That's all for the most part. That's all they want. They just want to be happy. Most people don't want to hurt nobody. There's a lot of people that do want to hurt people. Mm-hmm. And it's not even more. It's not like they even outnumber the people on the population that don't. It's because they've set themselves up in society to take advantage. And the more you take advantage, well, the more power you have in your own mind. Are people getting it yet? How you perceive the world is how you interpret it. So if everything is all bad, it's going to be all bad. Even with the bad stuff that happened in my life, I look at those as stepping stones that got me to the point of where I am, that regardless of whatever happens in life, shut off my water. You know, I live next to a creek. I get the water to flush the toilet from the creek. You know? It's like for years people have been trying to take things away from me to you know, their friendship, their answering. You'd be surprised how often I get freaking ignored in instant message by people I've known for years, people I'm trying to get to know. You know, it's just like, where's all the people that are... I thought people were supposed to be trying to collaborate and reaching out, and you know, but they see me and they're like, nah. They don't see the potential in me because they don't see the potential in themselves. When I don't like people, I know what it is in them because I have it in myself. It's what freaking being self-aware is, you know, relying on yourself to soothe your own emotions and feelings and entertain yourself. It's nobody else's responsibility to keep you entertained, from keeping you from getting bored. We ain't even gotten to the good stuff yet. We ain't even got to the violence and the freaking hostility and the freaking, you know, the oozing toxic masculinity that I ain't even do until freaking May, June. This is how the meek shall inherit the earth, huh? I knew it was going to happen. I just wasn't really sure how it was going to happen. And it just surprises me. It surprises me how quickly freaking people just... Okay. This ain't not my virus. Not my virus. I don't even think that the numbers of the, I don't even think there are as many people on the population in the world as the powers that be. Whoever says that there's 7 billion people on the planet, whoever says that there's 382 or 342 million people in the United States, and they said what, how many checks did they say that went out? I don't know. It depends on who's writing the article, as what numbers are true and not true or not. I read one account of their facet of reality. That's what it is. That's what all these are. What a story is how they perceive reality. Sometimes people perceive reality though based on who signs the back of their paycheck or the front of their paycheck. they'll taint and they'll be like, oh, they'll edit and omit and convince themselves and rationalize, to go with what to say what people want them to say. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Are people figuring out it's not the left or right, it's just one greedy circle? Are people figuring that out yet? I think the states that it's the states that are, the longer you stay closed, the more the feds that because the people that get the $1,200 or whatever, that little $1,200 here we're gonna help you, here's that. How come if it was $2 trillion, how come everybody didn't get $1 million if there's only 382 million? Right? Because they're doing what they always do. They're trying to keep the rich, and it doesn't have anything to do with the little guy. It doesn't. It never has. Just like all these, I think it is hilarious. This is like a happy 420 to you. Is the fact that on 420, oil closed -37. So all the people that died in Operation Iraqi bullcrap, because they were hoarding the reserves and doing this, and so all of us people have saying, oh, all these made up military conflicts are about, so if you guys can get richer, the evidence, the reality of the situation is coming out is that, hindsight is 2020, is that it wasn't true. So when they come up in history and they try to get you to believe stuff, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to buy that again. You got a bridge you want to sell me? No, they keep all the land themselves. And they sell it to their rich development buddies, and then they then the prices are so high people can't live in them except their other friends. And that's how towns are taken over. I don't want to go live in a town, man. I don't want to live in a town. I'll live close to a town, near a town. Like to live like 30 miles out of a town, but I don't want to live in a town anymore. They waste too much money, man. They blow it on their fleets of their city employees and their $80 million. They waste it. It never goes to the people. It always goes to the club that most people don't fit into. It. I mean, what do you got to do to fit into this club, really? What do you got to do to be a club member? You try to be a decent person. I just was so programmable. I was such a simpleton, man. Marge, you got to go to college. Marge, you got to go to college. You got to go to college, and then you got to get a job, and you got to start putting money away for your retirement. And I never understood that even, because I'm like, I'm never gonna retire, because we're human beings, and we're supposed to have creative juices all over the place. We're just supposed to create things that add to our environment, our society. We're not supposed to be creating things that freaking blow things up. We're not supposed to be creating things that freaking harm innocent people. We're not supposed to creating things out of destruction. That's for destruction. That's, and everybody's starting to figure out, because everybody, more and more people are hanging out at home, and they're starting to figure out, and it's like, man, as long as my needs are met, I just hope that everybody else's needs are met. And then you have the other side, the people that are freaking, that one dumb bitch, the Democrat from They're all dumb bitches as far as I'm concerned. When you pay yourself freaking $15,000 and like show your refrigerator full of ice cream, your refrigerator is a $20,000 refrigerator. It's just like you tout it. You just it's like dangling carrot, just ha ha ha. It's just like the little bratty neighbor kid that goes noonie noonie noonie, you can't catch me. When those little girls grow up and they became the women going, oh thank goodness I have a refrigerator full of and she lives in San Francisco and there's homeless people everywhere, but she's got everything she needs, right? 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 Does everybody feel secure? Better start getting to your point of what makes you feel secure. And try not to freaking rely too much on freaking guns and shit like that to make you feel secure, because accidents happen and then, well, there goes your security. Yep. Well, anyway. Oh, 4 minutes past 4:20. But I can go look at another device in the house, another Apple device, and it'll say a different time on there anyway, because time ain't real. Anyway, hope you have a rad day. Enjoy all your 20s. Peace.